A late shock for the Goonies in LA, a triumphant return for a New York legend, and the world's worst team actually comes out on top. Next on The Daily. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Greg Lalas alongside Jason Saghini, and we're going to start on the West Coast where there was a magical night at the Home Depot Center for the San Jose Earthquakes. Now, they go down to play the LA Galaxy, their California rivals. And the Galaxy in last place in the Western Conference, they really needed a result, and Jason, they had it for about 75 minutes.
Yeah, the LA Galaxy looked like they were in good shape, up 2-0 with about 15 minutes to go. And then San Jose does what they've done several times this season, brings Marvin Chavez off the bench. He completely changes the game, and San Jose runs off 3 goals in the final 15 minutes, including Alan Gordon, who's been doing it for the last few weeks, late in games, and he's always doing it against his former teams. He burns the LA Galaxy.
Gordon's partner Steven Leonard, who actually got the comeback underway with the first goal for San Jose. And after the game, he had maybe the quote of the season so far, saying, "The Goonies never say die." So it's always good to have a little 80s film reference in there as well.
I guess that makes the Earthquakes the Goonies.
I think it does. I'm not sure if David Beckham knows what the Goonies are or who they were, but after the game, he's had some comments to say as well, saying he thought that they were actually the better team on this one, that they deserved to get this win. Doesn't matter, they didn't get it. The LA Galaxy remain in the cellar of the Western Conference. Lots of other action on Wednesday night, and we're going to begin at Red Bull Arena, where a favorite son for the New York team many years ago, actually not too many years ago, Juan Pablo Angel made his return to New York for the first time since leaving the Red Bulls, where he scored many of his goals.
Yeah, Juan Pablo Angel, the all-time leading scorer for New York, made a great return. He scored a goal, what might have been the goal of the night, depending on who you're a fan of, but he also hit the post. Chivas USA played a really good game here. They were sound defensively. They did get burned one time by Dane Richards and Kenny Cooper. That tied the game up, and it finished 1-1.
Well, that ended New York's winning streak at 5, but they're still unbeaten in 6. And a very classy move from Angel not to celebrate his goal in front of the New York fans. And classy move from the New York fans to unfurl some great banners respecting everything that Angel did when he was in New York. Not much respect from the Columbus Crew in Seattle, though, because there's a new star for the Crew right now, Justin Meram, with his 3rd goal in 3 games, and the Crew get a 2-0 victory at CenturyLink.
Look, this was a long time coming. If you're a Columbus Crew fan, you haven't beaten the Seattle Sounders since they joined MLS. You have to be happy to do it at CenturyLink as well, especially after the result last year where they gave up 6 goals to the Sounders. So great performance by Columbus to get the result here. Seattle dominated possession, but Columbus scored when they got the chances, including a phenomenal goal from Emilio Renteria.
Yeah, and it seemed like that the Sounders weren't really clicking in attack. They dominated possession, but didn't quite get too many chances on goal. Last game of the night, Chicago with a 2-1 victory over FC Dallas. In fact, this is the Fire's first win at Toyota Park against Dallas.
Yeah, interesting with these weird statistics that we're throwing out today. But a couple great goals. Grazzini scoring a great goal for Chicago and Marco Papa scoring the game winner. But Sean Johnson saving a penalty kick, that might have been the difference in the game. Yeah, probably the key play in that game right there. Chicago moving up a little bit in the Eastern Conference. Dallas still struggling. Their winless streak now at 8 games. Toronto FC hasn't gotten a win yet in MLS League play, but they're doing just fine in Cup play. In fact, they are now the Canadian champions for the 4th year running. TFC got a 1-0 victory against the Vancouver Whitecaps in the Amway Canadian Championship final last night at BMO Field. They're going to the CONCACAF Champions League 4 years now. Yeah, Vancouver could not break down Toronto. They couldn't get that goal that they needed on the road. It really looked like it was going to end up a 0-0 tie. Vancouver started throwing everything forward, and Toronto was able to get one on the counter with Reggie Lamb scoring a great goal. That did Vancouver in. Toronto, you saw the way they celebrated at the end of the game. This was very big for Toronto, for the team, for the fans, for the city.
Yeah, maybe a momentum shift in their season in regular season play as well. And some great comments from Danny Kuverman, striker from TFC. Earlier this week, he branded his own team the world's worst team, but he said, you know what? We just beat someone, so maybe there's a new world's worst team. I love that. Tweaking Vancouver a little bit, also making fun of his own comments there. Toronto FC, congratulations, Canadian champions once again. Last thing, there's some news up in Montreal. A new designated player, Marco Di Vaio, the Italian international, coming in to hopefully score some goals for the Impact.
Yeah, we've seen the big Italian influence on this Impact team. Di Vaio, he's up there in age, but that said, he's been scoring goals the last 4 seasons over in Serie A for Bologna. He's had more than 10 goals, including a 24-goal season. So we'll see if he's still got it and if he can help Montreal as they move forward in the second half of the season. 24
would get him pretty close to the all-time record of 27 in MLS,
held
by Roy Lalas. In
right?
half a season, indeed. Also on MLSsoccer.com today, make sure you check out the latest edition of the Extra Time Radio podcast and the Power 5. We're counting down the best center backs in MLS.
Yeah, today one of the quirkiest guys in MLS. Very entertaining player, very good defender, obviously, if he's up here on the countdown, so check that out on the Power 5.
He comes in at number 2. He's crazy, but not stupid. That's it for us here on The Daily. We'll talk to you tomorrow.